Hi, class. So today we are doing fractions lesson 4. All right, let's give it a go. All right, so today we're going to be naming and writing fractions. You can use fractions to tell about equal parts of a whole, equal parts of length, equal parts of a set. So this community garden right here is divided into 4 equal parts. 3/4 of the garden are growing as food: tomatoes, beans, and corn. Flowers is not food in this case, so that's why it's not considered food. So 3 out of 4. The fraction name suggests a symbol for writing the fraction. So 3/4, 3 of 4 equal parts are for growing food. So fractions are kind of just a simple way of writing things. There's another fraction. So here's a picture. There are 8 squares here. 3 of them are shaded in. So 3/8 or 3 out of 8. This figure has 7 squares, so it shows sevenths. 3 of the 7 squares are colored, so the fraction is 3/7. 3/7, 3/7. The top number of a fraction tells how many equal parts are counted. The bottom number of a fraction tells how many equal parts are in one whole. So this is data management. So we have done data already this year when you collect information. So you can actually write a fraction about this pie chart here. Use fractions when you read a circle graph. This graph shows that about 1/4 of the class walks to school. So walking is here in this picture. If you look at this whole circle, if you were to split it into 4 equal parts, 1/4 of them walk to school. If you were to look at how many students bus, you could see that 1/2 of the circle takes the bus, so 1/2. And if you were to look at how many students take their car to school, well, their families drive them, of course, it would also be 1/4. So 1 out of 4 equal parts. You kind of think of an invisible line here when you look at this question. All right, so now what we're going to do is we actually have, there's actually one more question here. It just wasn't working for some reason. So this is just something to think about. There are 24 crayons. What is a fair share for each of 6 children? How many children could have 6 crayons each? Explain how you know. So if you think of 6 students and there's 24 crayons in total, what I would do if I wanted to find out how many crayons each kid gets is I would start by giving each of them 1 and I'd work my way up. So I know how to count by 6s. I could go 6, 12. Ooh, I know that 12 is half of 24. So if I give them 2, that's half of the crayons. So if I double that, it would be 4 crayons per student. If you can think of a different reason, let me know in the comments of this what you do. That's okay too. If you thought the same thing, nice job. All right, so now for your activity. I'm just gonna go here. So you write your name here. Try not to forget. So we're gonna look at this fraction here. Write a fraction for the image above. So an example of a fraction is 1/2. So you would use the dash symbol to write this fraction symbol here, which is, it is like where the question mark is, you don't have to write shift. You would just hit the button there. Let's hide the shift on the right side. So if we were to write a fraction, we look at what's shaded out of how many in total, and we would write it as a fraction here. Same here. So we look at what is shaded out of how many there are in total. The third one, what is shaded out of how many there are in total. Fourth one, what's shaded. The fifth one, you're actually going to pick a flag. I actually took the first one, so you don't get to use the first one. And you're going to write a fraction about the colors in that. So choose flag B, C, or D above and write one of the colors as a fraction. For example, for A, you could have written 1/2. 1 out of 2 is white, so 1/2 of it is white. Or you could have written 2 out of 4, of course. Another thing you could have written is 1 out of 4 is red or 1 out of 4 is blue. Not really considering the stars here, so don't worry about the stars. You only need to tell me one fraction, the color you're talking about, and what flag it is. So maybe you want to pick the flag from Nigeria or Ecuador, Papua New Guinea. So tell me what color you're choosing and then what fraction that color is of the flag. Right, the next one, you're going to look at this beautiful Venn diagram. Remember, the middle is when things are the same. So they're dance and karate. And this one's just dance students. This one's just karate. So what fraction of the children take dance class? So you look at all the students who do dance, all of them. Don't forget the ones that do dance and karate. And then out of how many students in total? The next one, how many students take karate? In total, out of how many students in total. And then the final one, how many students take dance and karate. And you're writing these numbers as a fraction. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. I know you guys are going to do a great job. Please contact me on Hangouts anytime during school hours if you want some help, and keep up the good work, boys and girls.